Hey there, everybody. Professor Cloud here with a new campaign-related episode of Professor Builds a Planet Zoo. In the previous two episodes, we got introduced to some of the mechanics of Planet Zoo. We took care of the Goodwin House Zoo, which is owned by the narrator, and then we got sent to a zoo in the Madagascar region where it was primarily simians and monkeys and let's say animals from primarily an African region. However, in addition to being taught a few things, they also gave us a opportunity to kind of stretch our wings a little bit and really build some things on our own. A little frustrating because they definitely did not tell us certain things about how certain pieces worked, but we got it done. We got everything taken care of, and all of our animals were happy. So we're going to be moving on to our next career zoo, which is going to be Panda Park. There is a zoo that also is owned by the narrator Goodwin that is full of pandas, and we're going to be doing what we can to make that zoo a better place. So let's go ahead and jump back in.
Ah, pandas. They're my daughter's favorite animal. I think it's fair to say that if ever there was an animal which has captured the public's imagination, it's pandas. Well, that's assuming you ignore cats and dogs, obviously. It'll take more than a cute bear to knock them off of the top spot. Oh, but did you know? Thanks to the incredible conservation work that's being done in China and around the world, pandas are no longer endangered. Amazing! That said, they're still considered vulnerable. So, this zoo is extraordinarily lucky and honored to be part of that conservation effort. It really speaks to our reputation, a reputation that you're going to be in charge of maintaining, along with all the general maintaining too. I really can't tell you how important the welfare of those pandas is. Oh, wait, I can. It is vitally important. The eyes of the world are on you, my friend. Although, perhaps more pressingly, the eyes of Nancy are on you too.
Welcome to China. This is Bernie's brand new Panda Celebration Zoo. So new, in fact, that it's not quite finished. But we'll deal with that later. First, let's take a tour of the zoo.
Okay. Bring up the objectives. Locate the giant panda habitat.
Obviously, the giant pandas are the main attraction for this zoo, and luckily for us, we have one which was born just a few days ago. Let's go and have a look at it.
Okay, apparently we've already found it.
Don't be shy. Select the panda cub.
Oh, this can't be it, because that was 10 years. Oh. There's the cub. Definitely won't limit. There we go. Is that not the right cub?
And click on the camera to enter animal camera mode.
Of course. We're watching it eat.
Oh, doesn't it just warm the cockles of your heart? So
we're watching all of them eat. Holy cow.
Did you know that giant pandas, or Ailuropoda melanoluca for being formal, are the only entirely herbivorous bears? They can actually eat up to 38 kilos of bamboo a day.
Wow.
Not that surprising, given that they'll spend up to 14 hours a day chomping away. I don't imagine this little fluff ball has that kind of appetite yet, though. Oh, no. I just got word from one of our keepers that a sable antelope was placed into a habitat without going through quarantine first, and that they're displaying signs of disease. We'll have to move them into quarantine to stop the infection from spreading to the other animals.
Okay.
To do that, go to the highlighted habitat, find the infected animal, and then select them to bring up their information panel.
Alright. I gotta find it. I don't...
Good. Now click move and then transfer them into quarantine. I've highlighted the quarantine facility in the zoo for you.
And move. You did? Oh, got it.
Oh, phew. That's a relief.
Okay.
Now that we've stopped the infection from spreading any further, we need to build a vet surgery so the antelope can be treated and then returned to his habitat.
Okay.
I've already highlighted where I'd like you to build it, so why don't we head over there? In order to build the vet surgery, click on Facilities, Staff Facilities, and then Vet Surgeries.
Okay, yeah, I got all that. Facilities. Staff facilities. Vet surgery. Got it. East Asian Panda Park. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can get this a little bit better centered. I mean, invalid rotation. I don't understand the It says that I'm getting it right. I don't understand why it's saying I'm getting that. Oh, I hate this. All right, let's get it lined up exactly. Okay, you're lined up exactly. I don't understand. Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, hold on. Here we go. There we go. There's why. Okay, I think the wording could have been better with that. Invalid rotation doesn't really let me know that it's, like, no connection to path.
That's the job. Vet surgeries play a very important role in a zoo, as they're the only places that vets can treat the animals. Once there's room for the antelope, the vet will pick them up from quarantine and bring them to the surgery.
Okay.
Yes, diseases can spread through a habitat quite easily, especially if the water inside it isn't being cleaned regularly. As it happens, I just got a report that one of our water treatment facilities has broken down and the water in the flamingo and saltwater crocodile habitats has gotten dirty. I've highlighted the water treatment facility for you, so you should go and check it out.
Yep. Got it. Bodies of water, 52 and 56. Okay. Yeah.
Click on the water treatment facility to bring up its information panel.
I did, and yet it didn't give me this information. It didn't show this as being bad at all. Repair the water. Okay, so let's call a mechanic. Yeah, let's call a mechanic. That was quick. And he's taking his sweet time figuring out the problem.
Good work. Now that the water treatment facility has been repaired, the water will be cleaned up in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
He didn't
You can
touch
also
it.
use mechanics to repair power facilities, transport rides, spins, benches, signs, and, as you already know, habitat barriers. Now, I'll be honest, I'm still a little worried about that disease scare we had, so I think we should do some research into it.
Okay.
Doing research into a disease can help prevent future outbreaks of it. And even if we do have an outbreak, it'll make the disease much less potent. I'd like you to start some research into bordetellosis. Disease research can be found in vet research, so head over to your research centre and get one of the vets researching it.
Okay. Alright, okay. So there's a list of diseases underneath the list of the animals. Does it matter which vet?
Lovely job.
Good.
Once that research is complete, I expect we'll send that disease packing in no time.
Yay. We got...
Whew! That was a close-run thing with those antelopes. I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't got them into quarantine as quickly as you did. Fast thinking there. We had a horrible outbreak of viral gastroenteritis here at Goodwin House. Although, luckily, that was just limited to me and my wife.
Right. Now that we've got all our urgent tasks in hand, we can start to focus on the guests and improving their time in the park. You see, you can also do research into new and improved guest facilities, transport rides, as well as new types of barrier and other things via the workshop. I've highlighted the workshop for you, so head over there, select it, and then click on View Workshop.
Staff room, keeper hut, water treatment. Okay, workshop, there we go. Begin researching, view mechanic research.
And finally, assign a mechanic to research souvenir shops by dragging and dropping them onto it. I can't wait to see what they come up with.
I mean, what are we doing? Begin researching just a memento. Well, that didn't help me now, did it? Barriers. Arctic theme, African theme. There does. Oh, East Asia theme. Now it says that this is complete. It wasn't a food shop, it was another kind of shop. Souvenir? Just a memento. Yep, there it is. Okay.
Great stuff. That research will take a little while, so let's have a look at something else in the meantime. Because we've had some good news.
Okay.
It
Adopt.
turns out that we're allowed to adopt more giant pandas. The authorities have given us 3 females to help with our breeding program.
Okay.
Even so, I'm sure you know how notoriously difficult it is to get pandas to breed, so we'll have to be patient. Our current giant panda habitat is full to the brim, but luckily we've already got another habitat ready to go.
Oh.
But before we move our new pandas in, they'll need to go through quarantine.
Okay.
Of course, we can't do that until we've accepted them. So open up animal trading and go into the animal reward section.
Got it.
Just click Transfer to Animal Storage next to each of the pandas, and then they'll be sent there.
Transfer to animal storage.
Finally, we can send them from animal storage to quarantine. To do that, just select them in animal storage, then click Send to Zoo, and then click on the quarantine facility in the zoo. Don't worry, I've highlighted it for you so you can find it easily.
Oh, that's what that
While
one
we
was.
wait for them to clear quarantine, you should set up their new habitat so they feel at home in there. I'll also need you to bring over one of the male pandas from our other habitat, because without him, we're not going to have much of a breeding program, are we? So go on, move him over and get everything set up for your pandas.
Okay, hold on. What? Oh, there's the new one. Okay. Giant panda. Is there a specific one I'm supposed to move? Move the giant pandas to quarantine. Move one male giant panda. Okay, is this a male? That is not a male. That is a male. Yu Shang. So we're going to move you over to you. Okay? Alright, now we need to set up the giant panda habitat. We need to add a feeding station, food enrichment, toy enrichment. Okay, habitat. Let's filter. Species. Is it just giant panda? Yep, giant panda. Alright, let's go with food and water first. So we need a feeding station. And water bowl. I'm not going to forget that. Water trough. Arboreal feeding platform. That's a big one. We'll put that right there. I'm going to go ahead and put a water bowl right next to it. Good. You didn't ask for it, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. And then enrichment. Food enrichment. Okay, we'll put you over there. And then toy enrichment. Let's see. Scratching tree looks good. Put another one over here. Increase terrain welfare to 90%. Alright, well we just got the new guy, so we can use him to determine the terrain requirements. Environment. Terrain, here we go. We need more grass. No, we need less grass short. We need less grass long. No, we need more grass short. Okay. Let's see. Habitat. Isn't it habitat or is it nature? No. Oh, terrain. Never mind, I'm sorry. We need more grass short.
Good news. Our new female pandas have been given a clean bill of health. You'd best move them into the new habitat so they can settle in. And I hope you've made their habitat as comfy as possible, because animals will only breed if they're happy.
Huh. God, I'm using grass short everywhere I can, and it's not getting me any more than the 19%. I don't know why. I mean, it looks like I've still got some grass short over here, but I mean grass long. Alright, let me try and... The weird thing here is that it's not letting me paint anymore. It stopped painting them. Well, and it doesn't matter. It's allowing it to be done anyway. Locate the highlighted area. Okay, quarantine. Let's select them all. Move. And we'll take you over to here. There we go.
Oh, bless. I think they'll be really happy in there. Fingers crossed we'll see some lovely new cubs sooner rather than later. Right. While they're being delivered, we'd better get on with something else. Oh, dear me. There's never any time to rest when you're running a zoo, is there? Well, unless you hit the pause button. Okay, I think it's time I taught you all about work zones. I know, They don't sound as interesting as the animals, but trust me, they're ever so useful. You see, work zones are a way of making sure that your staff concentrate on specific habitats or tasks within the zoo, so they aren't wandering off elsewhere when it's time to feed the animals or the like. So let's start by creating a new work zone and then assigning a keeper to it so that they know to look after the new pandas. To
Okay.
do that, go into the zoo section, then click on staff and then work zones.
Got it.
Now, click on new work zone.
Got it.
To set up your new work zone, I'll need you to select the highlighted habitat gate, staff room and keeper hut. Oh, and don't forget to name it something useful. Once you're done, just go ahead and exit the work zone creator.
New panda zone. What? Okay, there we go. It took. Okay. Include a new panda habitat in the work zone. Done. New panda habitat, keeper hut small, staff room small.
Now let's hire a new keeper and assign them to our new work zone. We don't want them getting distracted by other goings-on in the zoo. Go on,
Okay.
hire one.
Okay, keeper. Gotta drop them.
Then click on your new keeper to bring up their information panel and go to their employment tab.
Keeper status. Okay.
At the
Employment
bottom,
tab.
you can assign them to your new work zone from the drop-down menu.
New panda zone.
There you go. Now your keeper will focus his attention on our new pandas. Oh, and just so you know, all types of staff can be assigned work zones. Just make sure that they have access to all the buildings that they need. And one last thing, you might find it faster to assign them from the Work Zones tab in the Staff section of Zoo Management. That'll save you having to chase around selecting your staff one by one.
That makes sense.
Oh, it sounds like the brand research has been completed. You should collect your rewards, and you can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into mechanic research.
Okay, well, first things first, I'm going to go back into the zoo tab. I want to understand how to do it from the work zones. So, the new panda zone. Then for training, we could probably do it from staff as well. Yeah, here it is right here. We can specify the work zone right here. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, back to this. Alright, let's go there.
Now that we've got our lovely new Just a Memento shop designed, you should build one of them near the zoo's exit. That way the guests won't miss it on their way out and we won't miss out on their money.
Okay. Where's the exit? That would be my first question. Oh, never mind. Wonder how they want it faced. Okay, facilities. Yes, facilities, yeah. Souvenirs, merchandise, got it. And then there's just a memento. Okay, well, first of all, let's get it turned in the right direction. Alright, how about this way? Outside placement area. Nope, okay, so that's not going to work. I love I love this. They won't let me do it because of the terrain modification, yet it's automatically flattening the terrain. Alright, let me see if I can... I know that there's a... Let me size it down. Okay, let's try that. It still says it. Come on. Really? I don't know how to fix this. Brain sculpting. No, they won't let me do it. Well, I suppose... Vertical snap. I could remove the flattened terrain checkbox and see if that makes a difference. There we go.
That's ever so wonderful, that is. Anyway, I'm just off for a moment, but I'm sure I'll have some more jobs for you to look at shortly.
Aw, those pandas look just adorable. I can see why people keep foolishly forgetting that they're wild bears. And good work on that new gift shop branding. Just a memento. Very clever. Much better than our old overpriced gifts branding. I'm all for truth in advertising, but it was perhaps a little on the nose.
Back as promised. Right. I'd like you to increase the number of different species in the zoo.
Oh, here we go
again. You can
again.
find out what species are already in your zoo by going into the zoo section and then into the animals area. And if you're wondering how you're going to fit them all in, then mixed species habitats are a great way to save space and create interesting habitats. Just make sure to check the Zoopedia to find out which species enjoy living together. E.g., don't mix lions with antelopes.
Good point. Okay, let's see. Animals. Alright, so we've got some tortoises, tortoise, tapirs, pangolins, gharial. Half of these I don't recognize the names of. Giant desert hairy scorpions. Of course, the pandas. Snails, flamingos, lots of flamingos, lots and lots of flamingos, a Japanese monkey of some kind, frogs, okapi, red pandas, they're cute, I love red pandas, antelope, saltwater crocodile, and western diamondback rattlesnake. Alright. There's a lot. Hopefully I'll remember the names. This is probably where the crocodiles are. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. So we've got gharial in here. Any chance they get available food? Wonder if they get a bonus of interspecies. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Man, that is a big habitat. Or is that a different habitat? Oh, it's a different habitat. Okay, there's tapirs and okapi. Okay, so both of these then... Food enrichment in habitat. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and fix that while we're at it. Habitat. Food enrichment. And we want okapi. Actually, Baird's Tapir and Okapi. We'll remove the giant panda and copy. Alright, so we'll put large barrel feeder. And a forage box. Oh, they do get an interspecies bonus, but yet there's 2 different species in here. Alright, let's bring up the Okapi and... Let's see. Natural habitat, species data. Interspecies enrichment. Red river hog. Alright, let's check the Baird as well, or the other animal that's in here. Baird's Tapir. Unfortunately, they don't say keep the same name. The monkey, though... Okay, I think maybe we can do... I'd love them to have the same one. But they don't share a species. Well, for that matter, the Okapi and the Baird's Tapir don't share a species. Alright, well then, if we get one for each and make sure that they're not dangerous animals. Like, for example, I can't do the monkey because the monkey could very easily jump the fence. Maybe the giant anteater or the capybara. Largest rodent and lives through savannas, forests, and wetlands of South America. Of course, the question is also whether or not we can purchase them. Animal market. Here we go. Alright, let's see if we can purchase any of the ones that were... Okay, that's common warthog. There's another Okapi. Yeah, so the capybara doesn't look like it's there. What else was on that list? Oh, we just got souvenir. Okay. Cool. Back to Zoopedia. What about the giant anteater? What isn't on that list either? Gariel? Nothing. That explains why they're the only ones in that particular habitat. Alright, well then what can I do? That was a red river hog. That wasn't in the list that they gave me either. This is going to be the problem. If I can't purchase the animals, it really doesn't make any difference if there is an interspecies. Alright, this is all pandas. And that's all pandas. Souvenir shops up there. Oh, also, let me take a look real quick. Black wildebeest. I don't remember seeing those anywhere. Raider flamingo. I haven't seen the flamingo habitat. Red pandas. Alright, what about red pandas? Nothing. Okay, so that's a no-go. That's the gharial. Saltwater crocodile. I doubt that they've got anything, but we'll look it up anyway. Yeah, I didn't think so. Greater flamingos. Okay. See about them. They don't have an interspecies. Man. So none of these things have interspecies availability except for the one that I already tried. Japanese. Okay, let's check them out. Red-brown crane. Market. None. Well, that's good. At least I now know I can do that. I could have tried that earlier. Alright, so let's go back to the okapi. Interspecies. Red river hog. None. Okay. Tapir. Oops. There's tapir. Giant anteater. Yep. I really need a back button. So badly. Well, actually, I guess I can do it from here. Yep. Okay. What's next? Chinese pangolin? I also would love a button right here that would take me directly to Zoopedia, but... Oh, okay, that's what these are. They kind of look like aardvarks. And they have no interspecies. Yeah, that's frustrating, I gotta say. Sable antelope. Alright, well, they got quite a few. And one of them is a wildebeest. And I think I remember seeing wildebeest in the market. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, let's adopt that. Send to zoo. Do they need to go through quarantine? I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to just do the habitat. There we go. No. Well. Okay, well, hopefully that will count toward... I know pandas can't... Alright, who's in here? Aldabra giant tortoise? Nope, nothing. New animals arrived in the zoo. Okay, so that gets us to 16. Yep. Okay, that's good. That's the pandas. That's the red pandas. Appear in Okapi. Gariel. Is that food, I guess? Where are... That's food. I saw one small animal facility, but I can't seem to find it now. That's restrooms. Because I think I've got space that I could put smaller animals. Yeah, like right here. Let's see about a small animal. Reset all filters. Formosan black bear. I'm wondering if we shouldn't attempt putting in, like for example, putting in a Galapagos giant tortoise in the same habitat with the other turtle that we already have. Even though we won't get an interspecies bonus, they're the similar type of animal, therefore they would require the same kind of habitat. Let me see. That's the... Where are the tortoises? That's... And same thing like with flamingos. I'm wondering if we couldn't get the... one or more of the peacocks that I saw here. Or peafowl, excuse me. Because it looks like they would potentially use the exact same... Maybe we only worry about it with the tortoises. Yeah, there's a small facility. Giant desert hairy scorpion and western diamond rattlesnake. That's what's in here. And then in here is the poison frog and the land snail. Alright, let's... That's the red panda. Unfortunately, I don't remember where things are. Actually, my best bet is to put a small... Yeah, let's do this. Staff facilities, animal exhibits. East Asian large, East Asian medium. Or not. Okay. Now let me put a path. Okay, there we go. Paths. I think I used the wrong type of path. I need something with, is it hexagon? No. Huh, I don't see the same kind of path that's right there. Okay, well, it is what it is. Okay, view animal exhibit market. Let's see. Boa constrictor? And I want to go with spiders. Alright, let's put a couple of those spiders.
I'm sure you know by now how to make your animals happy. So you'd best get that sorted before the inspector gets here. Sorry, did I not mention there was an inspector coming?
Okay.
Oh dear.
Exhibit has no keepers assigned or free to visit. Okay, that's not good. Okay. Layout, humidity. Okay, there's that. And then layout. Alright, we haven't done any research there. Okay, what about... Nope. Hold on a minute. Temperature. Okay. Bingo. Okay, so that's good. That's done. Same thing, we got the layout problem here too. I'm sure it's because, yep, nothing's been researched. Okay, let's go do vet research. Brazilian salmon pink. Okay, there's that. Okay, Exhibit 5 has no keepers. Exhibit 6 has no keepers. Okay, so we need to hire a new keeper. Staff. Okay. And then I need, hold on, I need to do work zones. New work zone. There we go. We will call this the Brazilian reptiles. That works. No staff room in work zone. How about that? Okay. And then staff. We should have a keeper now with no work zone. There we go. And we will put you on Brazilian reptiles. Okay, so that covers that. Excellent. Now we need to look at... Oops, hold on. That low welfare. Animal is distressed and trying to hide. Food enrichment in habitat. I know there's food enrichment because I placed it here. And I apologize if you can't see much. Unfortunately, the rain is really making it hard. Yeah, there's a large barrel feeder. Yeah, I don't know what to do about it because... Alright, it looks like it's okay. Yeah, I don't know what if anything I did took care of the problem, but... Alright, let me see where we are. Increase the average habitat species overall welfare to 90%. Okay, so let's take a look at our zoo and our animals. Where is their low welfare? A few of our pandas are looking low. Okay, here we go. The greater flamingos. What? Okay, here we go. Alright, so let's take a look at this habitat. Toy enrichment. Okay. Species. Greater flamingo. And we want toys. Okay. Waterfall and metal frame.
Looks like you've got everything humming away nicely. Well done.
Okay.
Oh, well, it seems that with our new pandas and other species, we've attracted lots and lots of new guests. Let's work on making sure those guests are kept happy. That means making sure they have great views of the animals, lots of places to buy food and drink, and, well, lots of places to get rid of food and drink. Toilets. You should think carefully about where to put your guest facilities, though. For instance, don't put all of the food shops in the same place. Just look at how the guests are distributed around the park and put your facilities where they'll be needed the most. As long as you remember to pay attention to what the guests are thinking, you'll soon have a handle on what everyone wants.
Alright, well... Let's... Oh, open the heat maps? Turn on the guest. Oh. See, the problem is they're collecting around areas where there is no room to put anything. That's the one big problem. Alright, maybe if I put something right here. Alright, facility. Guest facilities. Info. Toilet block. Cosmic cow milkshakes and chief beef. Okay, so cosmic cow milkshakes. It's just a counter? There's Chief Beef right there. That's staff. Yeah, there's just not enough room. Let me check the heat map again. Alright, I wonder if I can put... No, see, I've already got everything right here that they would want. That's the veterinary. Gulpy. That's toilet block. Hot dog stand. Gulpy. Alright, let's put... Alright, let's do this. Let's put... toilet block. What did we just research? Okay, we got the tarantula. Let me go and switch to the boa constrictor. That's rattlesnake. There it is. And then at some point I'll put back the... Alright. East Asia, toilet, small. I'm going to put it here because of the fact that there's both a water and gulpy right there. Okay, good. That worked. Now I think maybe put information on the other side of it. Place a information center. Okay, it looks like though they want me to put it inside of a shell. Okay, here we go. Small shell. Oh man, that's a shop. Yeah, okay, that's what we want. It's weird it's not doing an automatic path. Okay, there we go. And then... guest facilities, info. There we go. Oh god, here we go again. This is really annoying, I have to say. Why would it... I don't even know where it put it. I have no idea where it put it. It didn't do it. It didn't actually connect, though. It's not showing up on the screen. You know what? I'm wondering if we shouldn't put the info center down first, and then the shell on top of it. Obstructed. There we go. Okay, then... Okay. Let's try this again. I'm learning. Okay. So, for these, it's much easier to put the facility down first, and then put the shell on top of it. There we go. Yep, much easier. Okay, let's make sure that that took. All right, good. So we've got both of those. Excellent. I think the restroom was perfect for that location. What do we need, Nev? Chief beef and cosmic cow milkshakes. Okay, these guys are stressed. The problem is that when it comes to stress, I don't understand how to fix stress. Too many adults in animal social group. Okay. Adult, 5.5 years. We can release one of them into the wild. Thereby reducing the total social group and making everybody else happier. Okay, so there's that. Now, where do we want to put... Okay, you're over here by yourself. And no one else is over here, so there's no good reason for me to put the milkshake place over there other than there's plenty of room. Alright, I'm gonna put... Cosmic Cow here. I'll put you right there. And then food. Chief beef. Oh. Hold on a minute, that actually might be wrong. Hold on. Yeah, guest. Drinks. Oh, I did. I screwed that up. I apologize. I'm sure this is frustrating for some of you, but I'm getting there. I swear to God, I'm getting there. Low welfare, okay? Again, it's all about stress. Animals distressed and trying to hide. Well, hold on a minute. Isn't your... Brain enrichment. Edit barrier. No. Where's the one-way glass? Glass. One-way glass. I don't know which one is which. Left to right. No, it's the other way. I had it right the first time. Yeah, there we go. That actually may help. Okay, now where was I going? What was I doing and where was I doing it? You know what? Let's put it right here. Facilities. Alright, there's Cosmic Milkshakes. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay. And then Chief Beef. I don't want to put it in the same group. Why would you put it in the same group? I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't understand why you would... I mean, if you need them to snap, then I guess that makes sense. But in an already existing zoo, the need for snap is probably minimal. Okay. Okay, so there's the boa constrictor. Now, if I can find where I put that, then... Let's see if I can find where I put that. Oh, I know how to do this. Let's do this the easy way. Here we go. Okay, layout. Let's put tropical plant B. Nope. Do the one for you. Layout. Leaf litter B. There we go. Alright, that's better for both of them. Excellent. Alright, what is remaining? Oh crap, I don't have power. Alright, well, then let's move you. Because the other one does have power. Oh my god, it's freaking snowing. Alright, Chief Beef. East Asia Small. Alright, that should take care of that. Yeah. I'm not surprised by this. All of these guys are not ideal temperatures. What is left on my list? 5 bin and 5 benches. Alright. Guest facilities. Bullets. I don't see benches anywhere. Yeah, I don't see benches anywhere. Oh, there it is. Bins, benches, and security. Okay, East Asia bench. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's them. And then we need bins. Is this a bin? It is a bin. Okay. There's a bin there, bin there. Guys, they've already got so many freaking bins all over the place. I'm not sure that there's a need for one. Alright, we'll put one right there. We'll put one there.
Oh, sounds like the inspector's almost here. Now, I fully expect you to pass with flying colours. Anything less, and I might have to organise a little job exchange scheme for you with whoever's mucking out the pandas.
I guess that's our inspector. Yep, zoo inspector. Yeah, the temperature's too low. What's wrong with the terrain? Terrain setup is inappropriate for this animal? I wonder if there's a way... Oh, heaters and coolers would be the way to do it, but there's really no good reason for me to do that when it's all because of the state of the country, or the state of the location. Alright. Go ahead and set up the... So many animals. Western Diamondback. Where's the boa constrictor? There it is. I kind of wish they... Another thing that I'd love to see from a quality of life perspective is when you do go to a location like this, that all windows or open little panels close. Huh. I don't have enrichment level 2 researched. I thought that was what I just got. No, I guess not. Okay. Let's speed up a little bit. Let's get her taken care of as far as her report. Because right now she's just walking. Or maybe that's all she's going to do is just walk around the park until she sees everything. File the report, and that's it. Nope, there we go. She's looking at the pandas now. Oh, yeah, it actually shows us what she's doing. 5 stars for the pandas. You need to get an average of 2.5. Okay. I don't know where she went. Alright. There we go. The Japanese monkeys are taken care of. We only got 4 on the greater flamingos. Well, that kind of blows, considering they were all under cover, hiding from the snow. Kind of a problem that you have when you build a zoo in the first place if you get animals that are going to be non-indigenous to the particular area. I mean, the pandas here are used to having all 4 seasons. Crocodiles certainly are not, nor are flamingos. So it's kind of interesting that they chose those animals for this particular zoo, knowing that that was going to be an issue. Alright, looks like we're good. We're going to end up with about a 3.7 or 4.5, 4.6 star rating.
Goodness. You know, I really can't believe just how much you've come on during our time together. It goes to show, Bernie's got a keen eye for talent. Oh, and speaking of Bernie, he's not finished with you yet. He's got a new job for you in Canada. I get the feeling that you'd best pack a warm coat. Oh, listen, it's been wonderful getting to know you, and I'm sure we'll meet again. But in the meantime, good luck.
Okay, so that's going to do it for this episode of Professor...
I've been told that there are smiles on the faces of all of the guests. And that's a real testament to the hard work you've put into this place. And if anything, I hear the animals look even happier.
I don't know about that.
In all honesty, it's hard to tell with the pandas. They're so, enigmatic. Now, I'm told that Lin-Lin's quite the character, though. Oh, she's really been a hit with the visitors. You could even say the business is bam-booming. And, fingers crossed, we might even be able to feature pandas at some of my other zoos, now that you've shown everyone we know how to cater for their welfare. I shouldn't be surprised, though. After all, you've become a very capable trainee zoo manager. I suspect there isn't a single task I could throw at you which you wouldn't handle with aplomb.
I wouldn't say that.
I think the next one's gonna be a bit of a curveball.
Okay. Well, as I said, that is going to do it for this episode of Professor Tries to Build a Planet Zoo. In this instance, we were working with a panda zoo. Let's see if we can get out of here, if I can figure out how to get to the... here we go. Let's go ahead and exit to the main menu. And we'll take a look at what the next zoo has for us. Yeah, so the next one will be the Maple Leaf Wildlife Park. That'll be our next one. And with that, as always, if you've been enjoying the content, please make sure to hit the like button. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And hopefully I will see you in the next episode of Professor Builds a Planet Zoo campaign mode. We haven't started our first real zoo quite yet, but we're getting there. We're moving step by step. We're learning more and more. And even just going through, for example, putting down the guest facilities in this last episode, or in this episode, learning what the right order of things is. I'm getting a little bit better with the paths and how they function with respect to using the mouse, stuff like that. It's getting a little bit easier here and there, knowing where the particular information panels are, stuff like that. I was a little concerned about, constantly seeing the animals being stressed and not really getting more information about why they were stressed, other than the one situation where there was an overpopulation. But we still have a lot to learn. There are quite a few more scenarios that we can get to go through before we can get access to our first zoo. So hopefully I will see you throughout all of that progression. I'll talk to you next time.